Our last and final lesson in this series, socially responsible investing. This is probably something you haven't heard a lot about. It's not really that huge, but I think it is great to present and let people know about. So what is it? How do you do it? Is it for you? And the pros and cons. This is more of a more new way of investing, and let's jump right into it. So what exactly is socially responsible investing? So socially responsible investing aims to create positive change in society while also generating positive returns in addition to investment performance. Investors look into a company's business practices and revenue resources to ensure they're aligned with their personal values. So the large part about this, just like growth investing and value investing, you also want to make sure that this company that you're about to invest in aligns with your personal morals, your ethics, and everything that you want to see embodied in the world. So as you can see, this can get a little dicey. This can be very hard because businesses aren't always the most ethical or the most moral practices. So how would we actually get into socially responsible investing? So just as you would evaluate a company's financials, here you would add in another dimension of scrutiny, this being that company's social impact, moral values, and company stance on societal issues. You will be making sure that companies you are investing in aligns with your return goals as societal and moral values. So an example of this would be something like me. I don't believe in Chick-fil-A's philosophy against, homosexuals, so I've never eaten there. I do not patronize there. So I am socially responsibly boycotting Chick-fil-A. That's just me. You don't have to do that. Maybe it makes tons of money, but it's not in my portfolio. So there I would be practicing socially responsible investing. So is social responsibly investing for you? That's up to you to decide. If you're very conscious and must need your morals aligned with your investments, then yes. However, you'll probably notice that, hey, in America, most businesses are not the most moral, and they're not the most just, and they're not the most right-leaning on any type of issue. A lot of companies take the middle ground, and then you have to go back and do tons of research, because does this company source other things ethically? Does this company treat their people ethically? And let's face it, in America, a lot of stuff has been race-based, and it has not been the most moral. So it's up to you to decide if you want to socially responsibly invest. But I think everybody can and needs to, at least evaluate if the companies that they're supporting are in fact in alignment with what they want to see in the world. Because at the end of the day, right, money speaks. So where you put your money is where you're really supporting. That's what's really going to happen. So money speaks, money talks. Remember that. So if you're going to socially responsibly invest, wherever you put your money, that's going to get at least a larger role in your life and a larger voice. Now, if you don't care, again, money speaks. So where you do put your money is going to be where life is pretty much going to be headed. So I think we covered some pros and cons of socially responsible investing already, but let's go ahead and formally do so right here. So of course, the good social impact, feels good to contribute to something good, not supporting direct corruption or greed of, the social capitalistic type world that we're living in. Of course, the cons, possibly lower returns. A lot of companies would not make a socially responsible cut, and socially impact is actually very limited. Of course, money speaks, but just one customer is not going to do anything, in my opinion. But if you can get a huge movement going, you really can make some change. So if you really are socially conscious, you really are socially aware, I think you should implement this, especially in your portfolio, because where your money goes is where you're going to be supported, and that's where you're going to support. That's Black Sand Capital. That's our last lesson in this series. Let's have a little outro video for you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking these lessons.